Emily is preparing for our yoga practice for the endocrine system by rolling a blanket in a long snake-like shape. You can use a towel at home to do this as well. And she'll use this for our first posture, reclined bound angle. She's placed the blanket, the middle of it, over her feet where the soles are meeting, and wrapping it under her thighs for support. And then she'll recline on her back, tucking her shoulder blades gently up under her heart just to feel a lift through the chest. And taking a few deep sighs to settle in, to find your breath here. With sealed lips when you're ready, begin long, deep breathing. Belly, lungs, and heart fill with the breath. And as you exhale, releasing the breath out of the chest, out of the lungs, out of the belly. Beginning your practice here for steadiness, for openness. You can stay here for 10 breaths or for as long as you like. Your hands can stay by the sides of your body with palms facing up. Or you could bring your hands onto your belly if you are wanting to feel the breath's movement. Maybe if it's hard to find the rhythm of your breath today, simply connect to it through feeling it both inside and outside of your body. Draw the knees together and bring the knees into the belly. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Open the arms wide out of the shoulders, palms facing up. And with an exhale, let your knees fall to the right side. Your eyes can stay up to the sky or turn over your left palm. If it's more comfortable to look to the right, of course, please do that. Settling that left shoulder down towards the mat and letting the knees fall to the earth. So you get a nice big breath into your left side body. Breathing into the side of the belly, the side of the lungs, up under the arm, into the neck and shoulder. We're here for about 5 breaths. And we'll use an inhale to lift the knees back to center, taking them to the left side. Settle through the right shoulder. Allow the gaze to turn to the right if that's comfortable. And feel the breath moving through the right side body. Your arms can always adjust down from shoulder level. You can put a hand on the thigh or the knee. Just watch the arms going above shoulder level. Keep the shoulders relaxing towards the earth. Roll all the way over onto your left side. And slowly make your way up to hands and knees. Steady yourself on hands and knees with wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You could always place a blanket or towel under the knees for support. Beginning cat and cow with an inhale, open the heart forward, let the tailbone turn towards the sky. Exhaling, drawing from the pelvic floor, the navel, tucking the heart in as you look towards the belly for cat. Inhaling to open the heart forward for cow. Exhaling to round the back towards the sky for cat. Letting your complete breath guide a complete movement. And really allowing that cat motion of arching the back to come from engagement within, pelvic floor, navel, and upper abdominals drawing in. This is a great spinal awakening, compression and decompression of the spine, getting nice and fluid for the rest of our practice. You can see that there's some buoyancy in this flow. So Emily is moving at her elbows and at her hips a little more forward and back and up and down to create a good sensation of effort, but also a deeper release. Well, let's do one more flowing sequence here. Completing that exhale fully and then returning to a neutral spine. You can widen the knees a little bit and we'll begin hip circles over to the right side. So simply sweeping the hips to the side, back to the heels and around the left. Going at whatever pace feels comfortable for you. And also taking an opportunity if you feel the need to hang out on one side of the body. If it feels really good to stretch into one hip, you can stay there and breathe for a few rounds. What's important here in terms of breath is to maintain an even rhythm. It does not have to guide the body in one direction, but breathe fully. Breathe fluidly. Good, and then when you're ready, switch directions, taking those circles to the left. You can always widen the wrists here a little bit, the hands, just to vary your space. You can bend elbows. Just make it very instinctual as you move. We're starting to get into some of those lower organs more deeply as we move the hips around. We'll work our way into downward dog next, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, and taking time to simply release the legs. You can walk into the backs of the legs, bending and straightening one leg at a time. Let the neck hang smooth and long, and shake the head out a little. And just like once again, make it very instinctual as you unfold the body here for the first time. Bring the left knee down to the mat and hug the right knee into the chest to place the foot between the hands. Coming into a lunge. Good. You can stay here with the knee down, or you could lift the left knee off of the mat. Leaving the left hand down, reach the right arm to the sky, twisting in our lunge. You can use a block under the hand for support. And we're drawing that right hip back, pressing out of the left heel, creating some good engagement at our legs and squaring the hips here. As we press out of that left heel, the pelvic floor lifts, pubic bone lifts. The abdominals engage, and that allows us to open more deeply through the heart. One more breath here. Using an exhale to lower the hands to the mat and make your way back to downward dog, either dropping the knee and sliding back to hands and knees to lift the hips, or you can come from that higher lunge we'll show on the other side. Take a couple of balancing breaths here in your downward dog to steady. And as you're ready, the left leg will lift behind you. And an exhale to draw the left knee to the chest and place the foot between the hands. So you could always drop the right knee to help bring that left leg forward. As you steady in your lunge, leave the right hand down to lift the left arm up. Once again, the right knee could drop to the mat for support, and the hand could be placed on a block. The eyes here could be up to the sky, the thumb that's lifted, or you could have your eyes down towards your mat. Make sure that you have room for the neck to lengthen and the breath to flow freely. Twists are how we massage the organs at the middle of our body, how we massage the different glands of our endocrine system. And right here, the liver, the kidneys, at the pancreas. Two more breaths, big, deep, powerful breaths here. And exhale to lower the hand to the mat and find your way back to downward dog, stepping straight back or using knees to support you. These breaths through downward dog are to restore the rhythm, the balance to our breath, and you could always open the mouth with your exhale to reset. To let go of any tension you feel that has arisen to the surface that you could eliminate now. Coming down to the knees. Shift the shoulders over the wrist for low plank and lower down to your belly with ease. Go slowly. Once you get acquainted here with laying on the belly, bring the hands under the shoulders to prepare for cobra. So the hands are under the shoulders, fingertips just aligned with the tops of the shoulders and the elbows tucked in by the rib cage. We're drawing the elbows towards the seat to create a broadening around the heart and the tops of the shoulders. Tops of the feet engaged to the mat, legs are firm, and while the seat is engaged, we are not thrusting the hips into the mat. Lift from the pelvic floor, lift from the chest, inhaling. Feel those big back muscles right above the waistline firing. Taking 3 breaths here. And exhale to lower you to the mat at the bottom of that 3rd breath. Relaxing, you can turn the head to one side. Take a few breaths. When we engage in cobra, we are stimulating the adrenal glands. I'm giving them a massage. They sit right at the lower back. Let's do another round of that cobra. 3 breaths here. Hands coming back under the shoulders, elbows tucked in, firm legs pressing towards the mat as we inhale and lengthen the front body. You can put a little weight in your hands, but don't use them for the effort. Feel those back muscles really working. 2 more breaths. And exhale to lower as you're ready. Relaxing, turning the head to the other side for release. Let yourself surrender and decompress.